I'm in the middle of a room makeover. We are transforming our not so very functional extra room into a hopefully very functional guest room slash office and just a place for us to hang out and for me to sew and film my videos. During this makeover, there have been a lot of things that I needed for the room, and there are still things that I need for the room. I wanted to have a sofa bed or a couch or some kind of day bed to host our guests when they are visiting us from Sweden or when we have friends over, so they can stay and be comfortable, but also a place where we can sit, just an extra space to hang out. So that was a big thing that we needed. I also needed a new desk. I wanted a bookshelf, and now I also need a frame for a poster that I really like that I want to put up, because art is very important when styling and decorating a room. And then there are some smaller items that I think I need. I would like to have like a fun pen holder to have on my desk and some little containers for smaller items, and yeah, I think that's it for now. Oh yeah, I also need fabric for curtains that I think I'm gonna sew myself, and I need a new curtain rod. We had a curtain rod that was just a very plain white one, but now I wanna have something that is either in silver or in wood to just make the room feel more like you paid attention to the details. So those are some things that I wanted to get. I already have a few of them, and there are things that I'm still looking for. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about being conscious and mindful when you are remaking a room. I mean, YouTube is full of content creators remaking rooms and doing extreme home makeovers, and I love watching that content, and I really love watching like the transformation of a room, but also just seeing someone's style and their thought process and all of that. And I assume that you like that kind of content too, because you're here. What I do see sometimes is that people just go out and they buy everything new from a store. And for me, I mean, there are two reasons to why I don't do that. First of all, I can't afford to go to a store and just buy everything I think is pretty. I don't have the budget for that. The second reason is that I try to minimize my climate emissions in every way that I think is possible. One of the things that I think is important for me is to not consume brand new things when there are better options that are secondhand, pre-loved, vintage, antique, or things that I already have in my home. There are times when I buy new things, and if I do so, I want to make sure that it's something that I either cannot find secondhand, or I would have to travel very far to find it secondhand. And it can also be that I want to support a small or a local business. So this is the reason to why I'm not promoting Amazon or buying things on what is called AliExpress, or just like go online and buy things new because they are cheap. If something is cheap for you, it's probably because it's either shitty quality or someone else is kind of paying the price for that. And I don't agree with that. So with that being said, my long intro, I wanted to take you thrift shopping because we're looking for something for my pens, some smaller containers, a lamp. I would like to have a ceiling lamp, but also wall-mounted lamp, or some other kind of cute lamp. And I am also gonna show you the things that I have already gotten. The hardest thing to find was a nice couch slash sofa bed, some kind of sleeping and sitting situation for our guest room. But I managed to find this IKEA daybed. It's called Flottebo, and they are no longer selling it here in Denmark, from what I could tell. Because it's an IKEA, it's easy to find a new cover for it. Even though the cover is gonna be new, that has a way less impact on climate than producing the whole couch from scratch. So I think that's a good option, and there are also sustainable fabrics that you can choose from. So I'm gonna order a new cover from Bems. I have already ordered some samples of their fabrics to see what kind of fabric I want for my couch. I had it delivered a few days ago and I'm super excited about it. I really like it. It was actually everything we needed. It's maybe a little wide, but it's not an issue, and I think it will be super comfy for our guests to sleep in, and also work for my dad and my mom that are now no longer wanting to sleep on air mattresses, and I think it's a good one. So I'm very excited about that. Instead of buying a new chair, I have reupholstered the chair that we already had, and it's not completely finished. I still need to do some more things, but it's almost finished, and I have never reupholstered anything in my life. I've sewn a lot of clothes, but it's something else to work with furniture. But I started working on this chair honestly 7 months ago, when I removed the old fabric, and then I just got stuck because it felt too hard and I couldn't decide on a fabric and so on. So I'm super excited to be almost done with this chair, and it's looking super cute. So that's also a very good way to kind of give new life to something that you already have at home. Another thing that can be quite expensive is actually frames, especially if you're looking for a frame with specific dimensions. And I have this poster I'm gonna show you. I was gifted this poster and I really like it, and I want to have it on my wall in there, but I didn't have a frame for it, and it's a little bit bigger, and I've noticed that it's kind of hard to find bigger frames in the thrift store. It's way easier to find smaller ones. If you're looking for smaller ones, you will probably be lucky and find a bunch, but for this one I couldn't find any. But again, on Facebook Marketplace I could type in the exact what I was looking for, and some guy somewhere in Denmark had one, and I texted him and I bought it for 100 krona instead of, I think there can be from 300, so I also saved some money. I don't know if it's brand new or if he has a store, or if it's something that he already used, but I'm very excited, and I just got a text saying that I can pick it up now because he has sent it to me. So my plan now is to go pick up the frame and see if we can find some other things for the room that we need, and I'm gonna take you with me. This thrift store is a little hit and miss. Sometimes I find super cool things here, and sometimes I can't find anything at all and it feels like everything is trash. I was looking at this lamp and thought it was a little cool, but then I decided that it wasn't what I was looking for. This thrift store usually has fun art, and they have started making these candles that I am totally in love with. It's the next day and I'm gonna show you what I got yesterday because I'm so happy with this painting. I saw it in the window and then I forgot to film for a little bit. That's why I don't have much footage, but let me show you. Let me show you this guy. I feel this is 100% the exact vibe that I want for the whole guest room. I think it's so beautiful. The frame, I don't know what's happening here, but it looks like it's an old, very old piece. and it has some threads and it's a little glonky, and it's kind of separating from the frame here, but it's also amazing, don't you think? I think it's so beautiful, and I was so scared walking home with this with my bike in one hand, and it was super windy holding this in my other hand, but I think this is gonna be absolutely perfect because it has that vintage vibe. It has some bright colors, but it also has some moodiness to it. So yeah, this is the perfect piece for my guest room. I'm so happy about this. And it wasn't very expensive. It was 250 Danish crowns, so I don't know what that is, maybe $30 or $25 or something like that, I don't know. We'll have to Google that. I also wanted to show you that I framed the poster, and look, isn't it amazing? I loved the poster already, but with this dark wood frame, it's perfect. So don't forget about Facebook Marketplace. Always a good idea to look there before you buy something. There might be someone that has an extra of what you need in their garage or something and want to make some extra money. Always a good idea to buy from someone else. And I also got candles. You know that I love colored candles, and this little thrift store where I also got the painting, they make candles and then they sell them, and they use the profit for social work. So these candles, they had them in red and in white and in a few different colors, but I bought them in green and blue. I already had these blue at home, but I bought more of them, and the green I think will be perfect in the guest room. I didn't find a fun pen holder. I didn't find any lamps. I've noticed and I've realized that I will probably have to go to a more curated vintage store to find the perfect ceiling lamp, because the ones in the thrift stores are very few and also not what I'm looking for. With these finds, I know that I will be able to finish this room makeover without having bought a lot of new things and having a lot of fun and unique details. I'm actually very happy and excited about this. Hope that you wanna stay here with me and watch the makeover. It will hopefully be done and up online in a couple of weeks. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. That helps me immensely and it means a lot as a small content creator. And I also wanna say thank you. Thank you for being here, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon again.